You're on a motorway. The hard shoulder is not being used as a running lane. When should you use the hard shoulder? First of all, let's see what the question is asking us. So, we are on a motorway, noted. We're talking about the hard shoulder here, and we need to especially remember that it is not being used as a running lane, so a lane that you could normally drive in. When should you use the hard shoulder? So before we even tackle this question, let's have a look at when can it be used as a running lane. Well, DVSA tend to use the hard shoulder as a running lane in peak times. So when the motorway is most busy, around midday, on weekends, even during weekdays. So let's just keep that in the back of our mind. Let's have a look at the options now. A, when stopping in an emergency. B, when leaving the motorway. C, when you're stopping for a rest. And D, when joining the motorway. So here we got a model of our motorway. We've got our 3 normal running lanes, and then we got our hard shoulder. First and foremost, if we know our road markings, we know that a solid white line means that you cannot cross that line to go to that side of the road or into that lane, right? So here, instantly we know we shouldn't be in the hard shoulder, right? Now, let's tackle these options one by one. A, when stopping in an emergency. That sounds correct. That is usually what the hard shoulder is used for, right? B, when leaving the motorway. Although the exit does tend to be on the left, usually there is no hard shoulder at exits, and we tend to have an exit lane on the left. So instantly we can eliminate that option there. Cannot be B, right? C, when you're stopping for a rest. Now, I'm sure we're all aware of how important it is to have a rest while you're taking long journeys, especially on the motorway, because it's very monotonous, not much to see, so you tend to get tired very quickly. So C could be an option, right? Let's come back to it later. And D, when joining the motorway. When joining the motorway, how do we do that? We do that via slip roads, right? We have to increase our speed, match the speed of the traffic already on the motorway, and then try and fit ourselves into a gap. If not, stop. Now, the crucial thing was stop. That doesn't mean go into the hard shoulder, continue on the hard shoulder, and then come out when you do find that gap, right? So we can also say that D is incorrect. So now we're left with options A and C. So the hard shoulder for rests, not really. If you've ever driven in the motorway or you've ever ridden in a car on the motorway, you know that there tend to be welcome breaks, right? These are designated areas where you can, have a rest, grab a coffee, use the loo, whatever, right? So although